Hey guys, FistB2 here, and Nintendo, an hour ago, they posted Little Nightmares 3, the pre-order trailer. You know, really interested in this because we've got new clips in it, but nowhere else have posted it. It's just Nintendo. So we have got an exclusive Nintendo Switch 2 Little Nightmares 3 trailer. I've heard that there's new clips in here. I haven't watched it, but I've heard there's new clips in here, and even the reveal of a new chapter called The Museum. So guys, this is going to be obviously an analysis, but first we're just gonna, watch the trailer. I haven't seen this. Okay, so it looks to be the Little Nightmares 3 menu music. So obviously we've seen this mostly in the French trailer. We got the factory here that, it looks amazing. The Necropolis again. So we've seen most of these. We haven't seen this. The clock tower. I'm telling you, this is a clock tower, guys. Yeah, Necropolis again. Factory, new clips of the factory. We've got the carnival as well. The carnival looks incredible. Oh, there's the man. So we've also seen that scene. Nice transition in Necropolis. This, the museum. This is the carnival, guys. Oh, guys. Oh, we're looking so good. Oh my god. Okay, so it looks like it's going to be full-blown. This looks new as well. Looks like that's going to be a full-blown carnival ride for us. But guys, holy. Yeah, this looks incredible. Yeah, okay. So, guys, not much there. Not much at all. But, I think that's for the best. So we're going to get straight to analysing this. So, first scene, we've got what many people believe to be a crashed ship that came from the mall, or it's some sort of ship in the Necropolis. Likely that Lone Alone got here through that mirror right there. So, nothing much to conclude here, because we've seen it all before, most of these clips we've seen the scene of the factory, looks incredible, really good. We got the factory workers here, also known as the herd, that are in the carnival. So what they're doing is they're, producing candy apples and all sorts of different sweet treats here. And then the herd in the carnival, then they're eating that. So then it's the carnival makes money. The carnival gives some of the money to the factory. Actually, no, I'm not gonna go into the economic type things with it, considering it's just Little Nightmares, and there's likely no money. But that's how it would work. My point is, the factory's making supplies for the carnival, and the carnival gives profit to the factory. So, stuff like that. Or workers from the herd or something like that, or something demonic, like killing them and making the candy out of them. But, new, not a new scene actually, old scene of the Necropolis here, looks very cool. This, the clock tower. So I personally believe, nothing has been confirmed, but I personally believe this is the clock tower. Although back here it is looking like it has the same as, I don't think it's the factory, considering it's more dark than it is green, like the whole mist thing is in the factory. This could be the museum, considering, maybe looks like globes. I doubt it though, but I personally believe it's a clock tower. As I believe that this Little Nightmares 3 is heavily based off old Great Britain, as well the addition of a museum would make sense, considering obviously back in the day, Great Britain, the British Empire used to own like loads of the world and took their valuables, stuff like that, and presented them in the museum. So that also adds to my theory about why I think it's based off Great Britain. That was the theory long time ago, though. I'm not really sure which video it was, but enough yapping about myself. But yeah, I do believe the final chapter is going to be a clock tower. Not sure if this is a clock tower here, but I'm going to say it is, just to ease my mind. But yeah, because obviously it would fit the theme with Great Britain being a clock tower, considering Big Ben, dare I say, the United Kingdom's biggest landmark, most well-known landmark. But yeah, so here then we have, looks like a puzzle, a light puzzle. This looks like a clock here. See, you can see it definitely is a clock. Look, it's got all the numbers on it, the V, well, maybe Little Nightmares versions of a clock. But yeah, we've got an eye thing, and this looks like to wind up the clock, wind up the hands. Then we got another scene of the Necropolis. Looks insane, very good. The carnival then, candy apples on the floor, looks like a A puzzle, you know, nothing too insane in that clip there. Just looks like a puzzle, 2-team puzzle that we need. Here then, in the carnival, we got Alone pulling that switch to turn the lights on. We've also seen this scene in one of the trailers. And we can see here, the Kin, his name is, the carnival boss, the Kin. I've also actually seen a theory that the Kin is just, you know, a little boss, a mini boss, while the big boss is someone different, but I personally don't believe that. I believe that, you know, the Kin is the boss of the carnival, considering his faces around the whole area. You know, it makes sense. So this is the Kin here. Then we've also seen this the scene in, I think, the very first trailer, where they're running out of the car, and then they jump in slow motion on here. So, you know, looks very cool. Just, you know, another shot of that. Lovely transition down to the necropolis. We've seen this all before, nothing to analyze there. This here. So it looks like Alone is alone. Who could have guessed, guys? Alone is alone, you know? Play on words. But yeah, definitely museum here, because, you know, we've got an ancient sword. We've got dummies. We've got loads of little artifacts here. And what's very interesting, what I found very interesting about this, she's carrying Lo's flashlight. Places we've seen Lo with a flashlight in places such as the carnival before. We've never seen Alone with a flashlight, so that's really interesting. So unless they both have separate flashlights, or you know, something's happened to Lo. Like in the carnival, we saw Lo get trapped in the cage thing, and we also saw Lo and Alone have a little fight, have a little disagreement. I think they, you know, Lo gets frustrated with a map, and then is very upset with Alone for some reason, took it out on them. Maybe they both ran off, went to separate directions. Maybe we're going to get a chapter each for them. I hope that doesn't happen, but, you know, I think this is just going to be a small segment of the game. I don't think Alone's going to be alone for a whole chapter. So, yeah, it looks like, you know, things are falling as well. So this looks like as the carnival. This is the carnival, so we've got the Kin there. Alone running away from the Kin. And then, you know, here we've got the carnival ride. We've got a little extended preview of it. So here. So, you know, looks just like a normal carnival ride, if I'm honest. Doesn't look like anything major here, just the dummies controlling the area. Looks like the Kin up there. This is another new shot, actually. Based on the tiles, it's definitely given a very museum-y type area off. I'm just going to put that out there. It's given off a very museum-y type place. Lo and Alone are holding hands. So, you know, as I said, if this is the museum, which I'm pretty sure it is, Lo gets separated, or maybe they're not even separated. Maybe they're like just, you know, in different rooms. Maybe it's one of those puzzles where you need one person on one floor and the other person on the other floor. Maybe it's one of those. You know, we don't know until the game releases. But with that, and then walking into the darkness, I think that's it. Anything in the doorway there? No, it doesn't look like it. But yeah, guys, I think that is it for this trailer. It looks very cool. So, you know, we got 4 confirmed chapters now. The museum, the carnival, the necropolis, and the factory. So that's 4 areas. In my chapter video, which you guys absolutely loved, by the way. Thank you so much for the support on that video. But, you know, it confirms we have 6. So therefore, we have 2 more chapters. One, I believe, is the clock tower. So I believe, you know, and it's factual. Well, if the my clock tower theory is right, then we have 1 more area to be revealed. That we have completely no idea on what it is. So guys, that's going to be the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed. Obviously, I know there is a Little Nightmares 3 demo coming out. I think, anyway, hopefully nothing's been officially confirmed, but it's basically confirmed, coming out on the 17th of September, which is Wednesday. I'm recording this on Monday, so yeah. Very excited for this game, guys. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe. Also, if you enjoy my content, it helps me a bunch. I love you all, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.